with the bag, baby, never feeling stress. I'm really just running for money. I'm love, flow, joke, chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers. Forced out to his left.
That's caught at the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there. We keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
No. Check. Patriot.
2nd down, Mayfield. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They get it to him running left. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gun!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity that went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They go play action. Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Mayfield with it once more. He's going to loft one deep, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Rosen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Rosen will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
He's going to take another shot here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Rosen back into his end zone. Throw left side complete. It's Logan. And he's out right at the 25. 23 yards on the play.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. The rookie Rosen has the Cards on the move. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Gun!
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Detroit! Gun!
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Gun! Leopard!
Here's Rosen. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns have cut it back within a score. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And they'll get this down to the 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, Mayfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He's going to look deep down the field. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play fake. Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal.
Back that it up, Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. No. Check. Patriot.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
Mayfield looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 3rd down.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Blue 90. Gone. Check, 43. Watch twist.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Watch him now, Barney. Gone.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the... Oh, wide open, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen on first down. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. Yeah. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now he's going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pass.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His Fourth touchdown on the year. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Now the try here for the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Now a handoff looking right. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Green, 30.
Mayfield on play action. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Lucky 56.
And they'll go on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing. Mayfield rolling to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And they'll go with a ground attack here. A beautiful spin and room to run. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Flushed out right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Now Mayfield steps away to his left. He may try. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that was just an old-fashioned scramble play, 4th and goal, and he willed his team into the end zone.
And I just don't know how, on the other side of the ball, you keep your composure. You account for everything. You defend everything. And this guy finds a way to make a play on you. Can you tell? That just agitates me a little bit as a former defender.
I know your hands are shaking. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I
mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Flush to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will get into the end zone. It's another Touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, I can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And the Browns getting set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here's Mayfield. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, Mayfield. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
And again, it's Mayfield. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
3-19! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Switch! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Check, 43.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. Flushed out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Gun, gun! Check 4,
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And he slings one that's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hurry up, here we go.
One last shot for Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.